It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show, live, large and in charge on this Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, today is World Food Day, a day where we are encouraged to promote worldwide awareness and action for those who suffer from hunger and for the need to ensure healthy diets for all. Now, the United Nations has shown that a zero-hunger world is possible by 2030, only if we all come together and take responsible action from today. Now, with 13.9 million people in South Africa facing the threat of hunger, Woolworths is stepping up their game, and they aim to unite employees, customers, suppliers, farmers and other partners to alleviate hunger and ensure every South African has access to sufficient nutrition for every single day so that we can share in that hashtag zero hunger future. We're joined by a lovely panel, Zinzi, Tatiana, Tsepiso and Mashao. Thank you very much for being here today to talk to us about this very, very pressing issue, which it is.
It is.
Let's talk first about why it is so important for us to build on each other's strengths, because there's a lot of stakeholders that are holding hands in order to ensure that we do reach this hashtag zero hunger future. And it's not an effort that involves only one organization or one person, but all of us coming together, and that's very important.
No, that's very important, Katlaho, because I think the challenge itself requires that. It's got dimensional aspects to it, multidimensional aspects to it. It's not only about access. It's not just about any food. It's nutritious food. So it requires all hands on deck. And I think you can see, as today, business has a role to play. Particularly a business like Woolworths who's passionate about food. So we've got to be worried about, should be contributing to this zero hunger future.
Absolutely.
And we have our experts, which we rely on to really inform how do we navigate this, because it's quite a complex challenge we have. And we have our NGO agency, Food and Trees for Africa, represented by Tsepiso, as well as the beneficiaries of this, and we hear lovely stories of this. So the real thing is to make an impact, and we don't believe we can make that impact on ourselves.
Yeah. When we talk about 13.9 million people facing the threat of hunger, that's a massive number to tackle, and that's just in South Africa alone. So let's talk about what Woolworths is doing to support this hashtag zero hunger future.
I think what we really were conscious about is that we can't do this alone. We brought in a lot of partners to support us, but we also look at what are the different aspects to it. Because we are a food retailer ourselves and quite passionate about it, it was important that we create access, so we donate a lot of surplus food from our value chain, but we also recruit our suppliers to do the same. Instead of having all this food being plowed back into landfill. It's really not acceptable in a country like this. So we create access in donating that, and also we train kids through the EduPlan program in schools, and it's about changing mindsets as well. It's for the kids as they grow up to understand where foods come from and have appreciation of nutritious food. So we partner with Food and Trees for Africa around that. And then we've created a living farm, which is a model that we're testing with other partners like Sustainability Institute. So you can see, for us, we're looking at where we can make a difference and with the things that we do and passionate about. But our customers and our employees also get involved. Just today, we've got a whole lot of our employees out nationally in different gardens, in the EduPlan gardens, supporting and volunteering and giving time.
That's amazing. And I like that the EduPlan program focuses on the little ones, because the future is in their hands and we need to give them the tools in order to steer the ship in the right kind of direction. So Tsepiso, tell me a bit more about the EduPlan program, how it works and how it is pushing the narrative forward towards zero hunger.
All right. So the EduPlan is initiated and managed by Food and Trees for Africa. And we've been in partnership with the Woolworths Trust for over 15 years now. So it's been an amazing journey.
A very fruitful partnership.
A very fruitful journey with the Woolworths Trust. And what the program just aims to do is that we aim to increase the availability of nutritious food through permaculture food gardens in schools. And the program also enables schools and communities at large to grow their food in a sustainable, healthy and environmental way. And what we see with the EduPlan is that the schools not only are they growing the food, but they're actually taking their harvest back into the school
community as
kitchen,
well,
and
yeah.
they're supplementing their feeding schemes.
Wow.
So that is the reach. And also, what we are also finding with the EduPlant is that the educators are taking back the teachings
Yes.
from the workshops and integrating them into the classrooms and into the school's curriculum, teaching kids about the history of food and basic math skills through the food garden.
Yeah. Mashawa, you're a first-hand beneficiary of the EduPlant program. Tell us a bit more about how the program has influenced your life and the skills that you've taken while we look at this very strapping picture of you on the screen right now.
Oh, wow, that's a handsome gentleman.
That's a handsome gentleman, right?
You know, what Tepi was saying is absolutely true. You know, the school curriculum really using permaculture methods and teaching us about gardening. That's exactly what happened to me. I grew up in Tefluop and went to Toronto Primary School, which is outside Polokwane. And then the teacher started teaching us, you know, permaculture methods, taking us into the garden. And I really got intrigued, you know, by nature and sustainability. So from there on, I said, okay, how can I help? What more can I do? That's when one day she came and said, you like to speak a lot. You're going to be part of the EduPlant program. Represented my school provincially and then nationally. Next thing I knew, we won the national trophy. That was my first trophy that I ever won nationally.
Wow,
yay.
congratulations.
Thank you. So that just took my career to greater and greater heights. And then I studied environmental science at UCT because of what the program did, you know, really fueling my love for nature.
Wow.
And then with my social media platform as well, I'm also an influencer. So I really try to use sustainability principles and also, you know, just teach people we only have one world. And I do say that in the video, and we have to take care of it.
My word, imagine if we could have more young men and young women like you coming out of schools with as much knowledge, confidence, and advocacy as well. That's truly wonderful. Congratulations to you. Tatiana, let's talk about food security, because it might be a very difficult concept for a lot of people to understand. The length and breadth of it, especially in the food insecurity context in South Africa, and the impact that it has on things like hunger and nutrition as well.
Yeah. So I think the first thing to understand is that hunger and poverty are inextricably linked. And as South Africa experiences rising rates of poverty, so we are finding that people have less and less ability to have affordable and access, as Lindsay says, to nutritious food. And I mean, the rates are really disturbing. And what's particularly frightening is that they're highest in children under 5. And these are children who are suffering from forms of malnutrition that actually will present in permanent disability. So either physical or mental stunting, which means they'll never reach their full potential. So whilst we talk about things like free tertiary education and things like that in South Africa, if we're not feeding our pregnant mothers and children correctly, we will never reach the potential heights that South Africa can reach, really with the generation that's coming up now.
Yeah. So now we have all of you wonderful people through various organizations doing amazing things, but now it's time for us as consumers, perhaps viewers at home, to not just have a voice and speak about it, but to do something. So Zinzi, what can we do to help?
I think for me, Katlego, it really starts simple. As South Africans, we all have a role to play in just conscientizing ourselves how we use food, how we shouldn't use waste food, how we can repurpose. I mean, think about it. Some of the food leftovers in our fridges, start donating before it really goes off, or start repurposing into your lunchbox. And it starts really small. But Woolies has created an opportunity for everyone to get, you know, to rally behind this zero hunger future. So if today you sign up, you know, for my school, and particularly choose Woolworths Trust as your beneficiary, you know, for a while right into December, and particularly at the time when everybody is lush and having, excess food. Exactly. And excess food. It's time to think, you know, how do I give back? So with swiping, we're really getting our customers to participate in eradicating and really contributing to this big challenge.
All right. So for someone like me who's a Woolworths store card holder and a My School card holder, I need to choose the Woolworths Trust as my beneficiary, and I'll be doing my bit.
And then it will support all of the, you know, projects that we're putting in place to make a dent in this
More
challenge.
showers in this one.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you very much for bringing the great news to us. We really do appreciate it very much. So commit by joining us on this journey to make a difference and select Woolworths Trust as your My School beneficiary. And every time you shop and swipe your linked Woolies or My School card, we will donate a percentage of your spend to share, of course, in the pursuit of the #ZeroHungerFuture. Thank you very much for joining us. We really
Thank you so much.
having us. We'll see you after the break.